Hi, Bryan, Labby. Well, 2024 has been a busy year for roads and infrastructure. One of the biggest projects that's underway right now is improvements to Deerfoot Trail. It's more than a $500 million project. The province is going to be adding lanes to one of the city's busiest arteries. Now, to get more on this project, I'm joined by the Transportation Minister and Minister of Economic Corridors, Devin. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me on.
Give us an update in terms of where this project is at.
Well, it's incredible. The Deerfoot project, it's over $700 million when it's all completed. And I know Calgarians have put up with lots of Deerfoot construction over the years, but we have seen some progress. We're getting additional lanes being built on the Deerfoot. On the north side near the airport, a new off-ramp from the airport down onto Deerfoot. And the two remaining northern sections of the Deerfoot are slated to be completed by next year. So hopefully by next spring and next summer for those two projects. They're about $100 million for both of them. But the largest and the biggest Deerfoot improvement is down south. The Iverstrong Bridge to get twinned. And that's $600 million from the south side of Deerfoot to be able to add more lanes and more off-ramps and on-ramps. So it's obviously Alberta's busiest road, but this $700 million going into the Deerfoot, the work that's remaining, is really incredible, and it's really going to improve the lives for Calgarians. They're going to be able to spend more time at home and less time stuck in traffic. So it's a big provincial project, and it's been great to see the progress as of so far.
Okay, so it seems like every project has been hit by inflationary pressures, work shortages, cost overruns. This project, can you tell us how it's been impacted by those issues?
Sure. Well, Aecon is the contractor, and they've been doing a fantastic job. The last section that got completed was on time. They're currently working on the other parts as well. So we hope that'll be on time as well. But I know early this last spring, had all that extra rain, and they were doing a heck of a job, and people were driving by there probably saw the swimming pools in between the two lanes of Deerfoot. So constantly pumping out and making sure that they could finish on time this year was great. And I just kudos to them and all the workers on the Deerfoot for getting it done on time.
Can you explain why it's going to take so long? 2027, is that right? So 3 full years of construction still to go?
Yeah, so the northern Deerfoots, obviously portions will be done next year. But yeah, 2027, the southern portion, and the bridge is the main reason. The Iverstrong Bridge, there'll be a parallel bridge built to the existing bridge. So widening out that is huge, and it takes time. There's obviously environmental permits, and once you're going over the river, it's a lot trickier construction. But yeah, it'll be huge benefit to Calgarians as well as to people just driving through. So much freight and cargo goes through Calgary, goes through the Deerfoot, but also the ring roads. But it's great to see that improvement for the entire province.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, I was looking at the budget estimates from a year ago. It looks like the government held back some money for infrastructure, including the Deerfoot improvement projects. Is that why we're seeing this extended timeline?
Well, no, it happens sometimes when we have our construction budgets. You hope that projects can be completed within their scheduled dates. But sometimes if, especially for COVID, there's lots of backlogs. There's always issues in construction season where you don't really know what you're doing until you start digging into certain areas. So that ebb and flow always happens when it comes to construction projects. But I always look at it's the end date. It's one thing, a project might get delayed and the funding may not go out in 1 year, but are there innovative ways to hurry up and get caught up on the backside? And we did that actually on the ring road. That final west portion was done on time and actually ahead of schedule, even though it had some really tough COVID delays as well. So, kudos to the construction industry to make sure that they can really put the pedal down to make sure that they can get these projects completed on time.
Okay, so 3 more years to go. That's obviously a long period of time. So you can't say whether this is going to go off the rails in terms of schedule, budget, anything like that?
Well, the department works with the contractors. So they try to make sure if there are any issues or if there's permitting issues, how can we as a government help to speed up that project or that issue? So it's working with them, and it's making sure we have a good relationship so that projects don't fall down or they're not going over budget or over time.
Thanks so much for the update. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.